Good afternoon, and thank you all for joining us here on location at the Chamber of Commerce for this news conference. And with me today are Lincoln City Council member Tom Beckius, Lincoln Chamber of Commerce President and CEO Jason Ball, and Kawasaki Motors Corporate Manager and Lincoln Manufacturing Council Advisory Board member Jim Townsend. We're also joined by several members of our Greater Lincoln Workforce Development Board, including its chair, Sherla Post, with Cornhusker Bank. Brian Seck was maybe going to be here from Lincoln Literacy. Dr. Jackie Miller with Nebraska VR. Jamie Barup with Lincoln Central Labor Union, as well as Luke Peltz, Allison Hatch, and Caden Pearson, all of whom represent the Lincoln Partnership for Economic Development, or LPED. So we're gathered here today to officially kick off Workforce Week in Lincoln. And throughout Workforce Week, together with our community partners, we are going to provide some really amazing updates on how the City of Lincoln's workforce investments are ensuring that more Lincolnites have access to careers that pay the bills, provide financial security, and create economic opportunity into the future. Workforce development is a priority pillar for my administration. When more people are in high-wage jobs, more families thrive and more businesses grow. And that's why we deliberately invested the largest share of our American Rescue Plan Act funding in workforce development initiatives that help our community members gain the skills they need for high-demand, high-wage careers while providing local businesses with the talent they need to grow. So today, I'm proud to announce that thanks to our investments, more than 1,400 community members have gained new skills, earned new credentials, or started new high-wage careers. And of these 1,400, nearly 900 have achieved a credential so far, with 228 of these individuals having increased their income within 12 months of completing one of our workforce programs. And these numbers will continue to grow as a result of our investments. The impacts of our investments are clear, and we will highlight these impacts throughout Workforce Week. And to kick things off, here are just a few examples of the important outcomes achieved to date through our workforce partnerships. At Southeast Community College, our award funded construction of the new Sandhills Global Technology Center, created the new Office of Work-Based Learning, and to date has enabled 360 students to train for a variety of high-demand careers. The Bay used our award to build classroom space and a new computer lab, enabling them to serve 230 high school students whom they are preparing for college, work, and internship opportunities, including 54 young adults served in the Gap Year program, which is an 8-month workforce skill and career accelerator program designed for people ages 18 to 24. The Center for People in Need has helped 180 people enroll in the Google Career Certificate training, with 61 having already earned their certificates, preparing them to obtain jobs in IT. Community Action helped credential 26 community members for careers in early childhood development, with 52 more currently in training, and that's helping to bolster our early childhood education workforce. Our American Job Center to date has funded and facilitated the credentialing of 42 residents with commercial driver's licenses, with plans to credential a total of 80 individuals, supporting high-wage jobs in a high-demand field. Now, we're on site today at the Chamber to spotlight the significant outcomes achieved by one of the City of Lincoln's largest workforce investments. Manufacturing is a key driver of our local economy, employing nearly 15,000 community members, or about 8% of all workers in our region. And to support this growing sector, the City of Lincoln awarded over $1 million in ARPA funds to the Lincoln Manufacturing Council, an industry-led collaboration between the Lincoln Partnership for Economic Development and several of our local manufacturing leaders. Today, I'm thrilled to share that our grant has enabled the Lincoln Manufacturing Council, or LMC, to train over 275 community members. And of these 275 participants, 212 have earned industry credentials so far and secured new jobs, creating greater economic opportunity for themselves and their families. Our ARPA grant also supported the creation of an innovative new online job tool for job seekers and employers called the Career Pathway Portal. And here to share more about how the city and the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce work together to grow our workforce and to grow economic opportunity through partnerships like the Lincoln Manufacturing Council and the Career Pathway Portal is Lincoln Chamber of Commerce President and CEO, Jason Ball. Jason?
Mayor, thank you so much, and I want to welcome everyone here to the Chamber of Commerce today. We're quite honored to play host to today's discussion, which we think is an important one. We're very proud that the Lincoln Manufacturing Council formed in 2019 as a result of industry-led conversations that included the Partnership for Economic Development, and in particular I want to recognize Kawasaki, Bison, and TMCO, the primary leaders of the inception of what Lincoln Manufacturing Council has done. And for those that have not heard about it, our primary program under the Lincoln Manufacturing Council is the Manufacturing Basics Certificate. It's a 6-week class, and we meet people where they are. So we meet outside of work hours. We make sure to provide food and childcare so that when our participants are in these courses, they can fully focus on evaluating, is manufacturing a career direction that I want to take? What kind of steps would it take for me to get into manufacturing? And as the mayor mentioned, we're thrilled that since its inception, more than 200 people have graduated since 2019 out of this program. Our most recent class, which was in November of 2024, had 14 grads that graduated at the American Jobs Center, one of our key partners for this program. And in fact, in 2025, this year, we're going to have 8 Lincoln Manufacturing Council programs of one type or another. That is our most in 1 year ever. We're going to be reaching more people with this program. Since its inception in the basic class, we've added subsequent programs that include our Manufacturing Skills Certificate, our Manufacturing Upskilling Scholarship, our Youth on the Job Training Program. And this expansion was a direct result, as the mayor mentioned, of an important addition of ARPA-funded resources that came in 2022. We continue to work with our private sector investors. There's now 18 private sector investors in the Lincoln Manufacturing Council and other partners, partners like Lincoln Public Schools, Southeast Community College, Lincoln Literacy, and more. And I would like to give just one example, very recent. One of our November grads, one of the 14 that completed this program, reached out to us after that graduation and indicated that they wanted to go get a forklift certification, a further training. And again, we funded that through the Manufacturing Upskilling Scholarship through Southeast Community College. And that person now has their forklift certification. And he sent one of our team members a email in follow-up here recently this weekend and said, look, this may seem like something that's simple, but it's a really big deal to me. And that's the magic of the Lincoln Manufacturing Council. LMC is a program that changes people's lives for the better. It has given economic options to people who felt maybe stuck in their circumstances. It has provided skills development and career tracks to graduates. And it's helped employers find and strengthen their workforce in Lincoln. In short, it is one of the most powerful programs that I've ever worked with. But you don't have to take my word for it. We're extremely thrilled that back in September, the Lincoln Manufacturing Council was named a 2024 winner of the IEDC Excellence Award Gold for Work in Talent and Retention category. This is a program that others have seen the impact from, and we're thrilled that it is going to continue to bring more support, more growth, more economic opportunity to the citizens of Lincoln. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Jason. Lincoln Manufacturing Council really is a homegrown success, and it brings together, as Jason mentioned, key employers who are committed to building a skilled workforce. And here to share more about the council's efforts is Kawasaki Motors Corporate Manager Jim Townsend, who serves as advisory board member of the Lincoln Manufacturing Council. Jim?
Thank you, Mayor. It's an honor to be here today to talk about Lincoln Manufacturing Council and what happened and where it went. It was like the little project that grew, and a lot of the partners are in this room with the mayor and her staff and American Jobs Center, Southeast Community College. It all started back in about 2017, 2018 with Nick Kusick from Bison, Diane Temmie from TMCO, and myself over a local beverage complaining about the less than 2% unemployment and not having enough workers. So what we decided to do is quit talking about it and actually take action. So what we did was we looked for a partner and reached out to, many of you remember Pat Haverty from LPED, and we had a meeting with him and then moved on, and next thing you know, we're having community-based classes on our own, working with LPED as a partner to bring in and give people confidence to work in manufacturing. So what it took was a stipend to give because it was underemployed. People are working, they have jobs, so providing childcare and a stipend and language training for immigrants and refugees so that they could come and work and feel like, hey, I have the confidence to work in manufacturing. I can do that. And the success stories are over and over. All those individuals, or many of those individuals, are still working and advancing within our members and other companies and manufacturers in the Lincoln area. So we went from that small little project where we started on our own to now, with the mayor's help and her staff's help and partners like the Chamber and LPED and all the other people in the room, to something that's really nationally and worldwide recognized. And I think what it did is it showed Nebraska and what we do in Lincoln, that we got tired of talking about it and we became a culture of action and we did something. And now today it's kind of fun to talk about where we were and then where we are now. So with that, I want to thank all of our partners. Especially, I'd like to call out Lincoln Literacy, because they really helped with language issues and continue to work with our partners at the American Job Center and working with language issues to help us find employment, for gainful employment for refugees and parolees and other immigrants that would come into our communities to help us bring them into our workforce. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Jim. What you said resonates so much, because when we have that low unemployment rate, we've got to think creatively about how to peel away the barriers to creating greater workforce opportunities, and Lincoln Manufacturing Council has done just that. Our partners on the Lincoln City Council are integral to our efforts to grow economic opportunity for our community members and businesses, and here to talk more about the benefits of workforce training to our broader community is Lincoln City Council member Tom Beckius. Council member?
Thank you, Mayor. As the son of small business owners, I learned early on the importance of hard work, economic opportunity, and providing for one's family. Today, as a small business owner myself and an at-large member of the Lincoln City Council, I've seen the positive impacts the City of Lincoln's workforce development initiatives have had on our residents and local businesses, which is why I'm proud to be here today to express my strong support for them. By providing residents with access to training and education in high-wage, high-demand industries, we are empowering them to secure meaningful employment while strengthening our local economy. The investments the city is making to bolster workforce development programs are a testament to our commitment to making Lincoln an even better and more affordable home for everyone who lives here. Thank you to my colleagues on the Lincoln City Council, the mayor, our partners at the Lincoln Partnership for Economic Development and the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce, and to our workforce grantees. Together, we are creating pathways to success for our community members. Together, we are helping more Lincolnites grow the great life for themselves and for their families. I look forward to continuing to work alongside all of you to support these vital workforce development initiatives. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Beckius. The City of Lincoln and our partners are committed to building a workforce that provides opportunity and financial security for all. I mean, that's what this work is about. We're going to be sharing a lot of stats this week, but these statistics are about people and the way their lives have changed for the better. And when we invest in people, we strengthen businesses, we grow our economy, and we make Lincoln a place where everyone can afford to take care of themselves and their families. As together, we grow the great life. To shine a spotlight on our local workforce development initiatives and the positive impact they're making across the community, I'd now like to declare the week of February 24th, Workforce Week in Lincoln. So here we go. It's the proclamation. Going to give this a sign. that, we'd be happy to open things up for any questions from the media. Any questions? Yes?
I was looking at the numbers associated with how many people enroll in these programs and how many of these lead to jobs. And I saw that it was around just under 900 that graduated from these programs, and then more around 200 that got into a job program within a year. So can you explain that gap, and should it be improved or in any way?
Well, what I want to say is that we're talking about, that's a snapshot from our most recent quarterly report, and we'll have an annual report coming out in the next month. And these are ongoing, so some of our investments are more recent than others. For instance, we recently reallocated some of our workforce dollars to Lincoln Littles. They've had a shorter time frame to get up and running than some of the grantees who initially received these dollars. And some of them are still, that measures 12 months, finding an employment within 12 months, and we fully anticipate that the number of people who actually secure employment will continue to grow, that the number of people who will increase their wages will continue to grow. When we thought about these one-time dollars, these dollars that we're not going to continue, that we received from the Biden-Harris administration as part of the American Rescue Plan, we thought a lot about how to make them have an enduring value. So setting up organizational partnerships and getting them on track for success far into the future was a priority. We know that while we've spent the dollars down for construction of the Southeast Community College IT Global Tech Center, that money is spent and gone, but the value created will continue to grow. So we expect that these numbers are dynamic, and we'll be excited to continue to report out on our successes with workforce. Other questions? Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us as we kick off Workforce Week in Lincoln, and we invite you to tune in tomorrow and throughout the week. We have a news conference tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. where we'll provide an update on our investments to help refugee and immigrant women, entrepreneurs in Lincoln, launch their own businesses. All right. Thank you.